Hello and welcome to your Empowered Astrology Forecast with yours truly, the Cosmic Finder, Sarah McCallum. And I'm here to report on the week of January the 30th, 2023. So this week we are going to celebrate a full moon in Leo. So over the course of this week, the moon will be waxing or growing in light until its peak illumination on February the 5th. So you may feel like you have an ability to tap into some extroverted energy. You may feel a little bit more social. You may feel like you're able to complete your goals and your tasks with more ease. And I highly suggest that you work with this waxing energy as we approach the full moon. So go ahead and schedule out some of the more extroverted tasks. If you need to create content or you need to meet up with teammates, maybe perhaps work meetings, clean the house, whatever it is that you typically need a little bit of extra energy in order to complete, I suggest that you go ahead and schedule those tasks for this week. So as we start off the week, we are going to move into what is known as Imbolc. So this is the halfway point between Yule, or the winter equinox, and Ostara, or the spring equinox. And this energy is very supportive of new, fresh beginnings. It's like over the course of winter where things have died or things have been hibernating, now there is some life that begins to stir again. So you may also be tapping into practices where you're connecting with the goddess Bridget. Maybe you have a practice around lighting a candle at your altar and looking at the flame and feeling into the energy of fire and all that that represents for you in your life, in your body. Whatever it is that feels really supportive of the freshness and the newness, that spark that is well known around this time of Imbolc, I suggest that you tap into those rituals this week. So we are also going to experience Venus creating a square with Mars this week on February the 4th. And I see this as, Venus being the planet that governs Taurus as well as Libra in a square or in a relationship that may be a bit tense with the planet that governs Aries. To me, that feels like the way in which you want to create harmony or create balance in your life may be at odds with the desire to go after what it is that you want in life. So feel into, where it is that you might be withholding or not speaking your truth in order to keep the peace, and how that may be inhibiting you from being able to manifest what you're desiring or, go after what it is that you're really wanting. And by the same token, maybe feel into those times where you feel rash or reckless or impatient, and how that sort of action really creates a lot of disharmony within your relationships, within your home. So again, these two planets are going to be in a relationship that is tense, but it's tension for change. There may be challenges, but the potential for a lot of growth and evolution is quite large. So yes, it may feel uncomfortable, but you're also going to learn a lot from this process. Okay, and over the course of this week, we are going to have the moon shifting from Gemini into Cancer, and then lastly into Leo, where we will celebrate the full moon. So while the moon's in Gemini, as I've suggested previously, break out the journal, grab your pen or pencil, go ahead and whether it's just free writing, whether it is, a written format that is going to be repurposed for social media content or a newsletter, or perhaps maybe it's channeled writing. Maybe you're just opening up to source and really allowing whatever needs to come through to flow through you onto the paper. Whichever of those speaks to you, just try to tap into some sort of journaling practice when the moon is in Gemini on the earlier end of this week. Once the moon shifts then into Cancer, you can really tap into nourishment. Maybe take like a look at your cupboards or your pantry or your refrigerator. Look at how you're feeding yourself. Really start to tap into how that makes you feel. Maybe it's a good day to go to the grocery store and be really mindful of selecting and purchasing items that help to nourish and support your physical vessel. And then when the moon moves into Leo, think about heart-centered action. Think about courageous action. Think about the fact that the moon will be waxing and it'll be approaching the full moon. So you'll have a lot of extra energy to really go after what it is you desire. And also tap into what it is you're wanting to let go of, what it is you're ready to release. There may be themes around drama or the ego in regards to Leo. Maybe there is some sort of drama that's been coming up in your life that you're just kind of tired of, that you want to let go of. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a pattern, but just feel into, again, your heart space, what it is that you're wanting to release, but also what it is that you're celebrating. Perhaps there's something that you've achieved or maintained over the past, few weeks during this last lunar cycle that you're really proud of yourself for. And that's important to take note of as well. And before I close up, I did select an oracle card out of the Moonology deck by Yasmin Boland. And the card that came through for the group is the full moon in Taurus card. So full moon, which we're experiencing this week, but rather than it be Leo, it's Taurus. And it says, your dreams need a practical plan. Sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical, and sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. This card suggests that this is where you are now. You need to use the laws of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it, but you need to balance that with taking down-to-earth steps towards your goals. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. If you're asking about money, this card heralds a change of financial fortunes depending on both your past actions and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. And the suggestion is to write down 10 things that you know are wonderful about you. So I love that that wove into the week a bit of the essence of the full moon phase, but it also suggests that we all are in need of some practicality, some stability, and really taking things like one step at a time. I wish you all a beautiful week. Enjoy the full moon. Happy Imbolc, and I'll be on to talk with you again soon.